Well, hello. I hope everybody's doing well. I'm just working on some things, and I hope whatever you're doing makes you happy, because that's usually what motivates me at this time. It's too much janky stuff that be grinding my gears. So it's become not the type of person to be like, oh, complain, complain. But what I see is the way people intentionally ignore, glaze, just start clout, and then have selective memory. Like, I never was really into celebrities like that. When I was into shows and performances, is because they was performers who had talent. So this mediocre participation badge popularity contest is embarrassing, like, to watch. It's like, even when I look at people just lie and lie, and it's been since the beginning of time. Since people were selling behind. And it was like they try to say it was just women. That's why I say people, because I realize the other gender, especially when it's mixed with toxicity of an anarchy mindset, savage, disgusting. Okay? And what I see is when women, and as calling themselves a feminist, putting yourself in a position to work hard with no respect, is interesting, to say the least. When you do the history on anything that's ever been done and you know what motivated it, it would change your perspectives about a lot of things, a lot of people. That's what I really like. As far as respect, it's earned. And money has nothing to do with it. Kid you not, unless literally you got it in the strength of integrity, talent. That's how I look at it. It's not a judgment zone, but I'm not going to give you credit for some stuff you don't deserve. And that's what I'm saying. When I talk about Cardi, I'm annoyed. Not because of who she is in ignorance, because there's too many of her. It's the fact that it's in my face, in a sense to where it's so much people giving credit for reckless, sick, demonic behavior. Yes, I said it. Because she don't acknowledge shit. When it's like, to me, a real G, when I look at certain people who used to be on the internet like that, BK Tidal Wave, she was a real one. She should have been an MC, because she knew the craft, she loved the craft, and she was authentically her. So when I look at, when you talk about ratchet, it's always okay when somebody else do it, but when the originator, because it don't fit the aesthetics, it's like, ew, we don't like that. Well, ew, I don't like it. I don't like mediocre Swifties. I don't like bad built commentary with this red pill, never had a fight, never will. It's annoying. It's really annoying. And it's not where somebody is saying, oh, why everybody got a fight? Do you see what's going on right now? Do you see that the nerds has taken over the world with diabolical sinistery? Like, seriously? If the Elons and Donalds and these mother pluckers, the Amazon dude, like, I know I could knock their Mario coins completely out their head on any given day. But because these people's playing with you like a puppet, it's so sad to look at. Every time I see a so-called celebrity on my timeline, I am blocking them. Even when I seen this little guy from back in the days, Torre, and he's been doing his commentary, and he tried to make a comeback to sit in this position, like, back in the days, Torre, you was a glazing colonizer, a gentrifying, come from outside to try to get in and fit in with the hip-hop generation. And it feels like when I see a lot of these people do it with a pamphlet perspective, because it's like, it's a culture that you have to be born in. So even when all the outsiders, and let me just say, black people against everybody. What is your problem? You know, it reminds me of when you help someone and you warn them about the boogeyman, but then since the boogeyman ain't kill them yet, they trying to chase you down with the boogeyman or tell the boogeyman what you told them. And it's very much, what they call them back in the day? I forgot. It's just too many. That's how people say, oh, real, oh, but you ain't got to keep it real when keeping it real go wrong. No. The definitions, again, has been gentrified, televised, and therefore it don't have the authenticity. Which I do love the fact that gatekeeping is starting to come back. We still got the ones that, because they love their preference, they don't want to stand on business. But you can have your preference, but your preference have to know when we in these spaces, they keep their mouth closed. Yeah. They could call you every coon, ninja. When you're in the bedroom, they could treat your kids however you see fit, as long as they don't do it outside where I see it. You see what I'm saying? So this is what I'm trying to say when it comes down to people interacting and feeling like there's a color thing. The reality is it's a rich poor. Once people realize, when they pick the side of the ones who was getting them to basically bully or make black folks feel insignificant. It's like you can't even pay attention to how easy it was to get stores and stuff in our neighborhood, houses in our neighborhood, just from a whole nother country that's worn, torn, with no resources, and you can make something here, and we missed it. We didn't know what we were supposed to do to get there. We're lazy. We didn't see it. Education costs because we want it. Everything that is difficult is because we in it. So if they make it easy for you, it is, and this is for everybody who's not black, who built this country. Because even with the mayor talking about the immigrants did it, when this country literally was built in the 60s when the migration began. It's not like they came into a jungle, a swamp, no street lights, which was made patent and created by black folks. Even if you look at all the freaking patents and creations that was made by us, if they did not touch it, they would be in caves, everybody. Civilization is the reason why the civil rights movement occurred in America, because the same people that demand civil rights built civilization worldwide. Haven't you noticed that any other place that people migrated from, if they was the best of the best, they would have freaking came and did better? And this is not a rant of hate. This is a rant of wake up. Snap out of it. Because if you know one thing that's for certain and two things for sure, I'm a child of God. So this whole earth, this universe, this atmosphere, this galaxy is all me and mine. It's not just America, Africa, England, UK, South America, and all these people that want to say what they race is. Another thing too, when they say you're not black. Please, people, ethnicity and race, please educate. And that's what ignorance is, just ignoring facts. Don't be that. Because one thing I want to say is, even though, you know, people is not tolerating things anymore because we know the law. And I know for some, yes, you know, the complexion for protection still get away with stuff. But one thing I realized is not forever. And also, too, it comes back around to where you don't expect it to. All right? Toodles.